crap, y'all. Just saw it. Just got back from the theaters. I'm so excited. I thought I wasn't going to be able to see it until Monday because of a lot of stuff going on this weekend. But since it came out last night, I got to go see one of the early showings today. And let me just tell you guys, it was so good. It is a completely different beast from the miniseries, the 1990 miniseries. If you saw that, if you've seen that, I've seen it many times. Very different, but still just, it was so good. First off, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, top notch. Now, of course, Tim Curry, his Pennywise was fantastic and creepy, especially for that time period. But things have changed. Horror as a whole, as the genre, has changed a lot. And Bill Skarsgård just knocked it out of the park. Pennywise is a lot more visible throughout this film. One major difference is that, because this film's being done in chapters, this tells the origin story, how the Losers Club came to pass, and their first battle with it, from, of course, Georgie's disappearance on through until they kill it, or believe they've killed it, make the pact that if it ever comes back, they'll return. Another cool piece of trivia about this film, the creature, the bad things that happen in Derry, happens every 27 years. Well, the miniseries, the very first film based off of Stephen King's novel, came out in 1990. What year is it? 2017. So it has been 27 years since we first were introduced to Pennywise on the screen, on the small screen, and now we've got Pennywise on the big screen. This was just chapter 1. This was just the first film in the series, so I am super excited to see where it's going to go from here. There's one scene, I mean, the film was so good, it was so awesome, but the we all float down here thing, when they're in basically Pennywise's lair and they look up and all the body parts are floating, it's just like they're just floating in midair, because that's how they find Bev, who is floating, but because she's not afraid of it, Bev's been through enough, she's not scared anymore. He can't feed on her fear, so he just leaves her there floating while he goes off to try and kill everybody else. It's a lot gorier. I will tell you that this is not right off the bat. Obviously, I've been rambling now for a few minutes, but it's a lot gorier. So, just prepare yourself mentally for that. Obviously, I've already spoiled parts of the film, so, but you don't know when they happen, so you won't be expecting them. If you have seen the film, then of course you'll agree with me. It is quite a bit gorier, but it's not gratuitous. It makes sense in the whole grand scheme of things, and I enjoy that. I enjoy creepy, freaky grossness, as long as it's, I don't know. I like that. I like being creeped out by visuals, and the way this one was shot too. It was shot so well. It's a lot darker. There's still the humor. There's still the coming of age. Very much the coming of age thing that I really enjoy about all of Stephen King's, a lot of his novels, a lot of his stories, when they deal with kids, and like the horror Goonies almost, as it were, there's still that really strong coming of age theme to the films. You can even tell with the music. It's not always creepy music, and it's that the music sets the tone for it still being very much, even though it's a horror film, it's very much a coming-of-age horror film, much like the original miniseries. That is my first review on it. I'm probably going to do a couple more episodes just kind of talking about different themes throughout the film, as well as how the original film series, the miniseries, differs from the new film, how they both differ from the book, but how they also both still very much hold true to the original novel that Stephen King wrote. I will say one thing, though. I'm so used to seeing Stephen King in his films that are based off his novels. I didn't see Stephen King, unless I missed him. Correct me if I'm wrong. Unless I missed him, and he usually stands out like a sore thumb. I did not see Stephen King in this film. Otherwise, very good film, 10 out of 10. I loved it. I cannot wait to see it again. I will go see it again. My daughter wants to see it. So right now I'm going to be kind of debating on whether or not I want to let my 8-year-old see it, because it's pretty heavy, but this kid sat down and watched the entire Child's Play franchise with me, and her favorite film is The Shining. So, that's right, my 8-year-old's favorite film is based off of a Stephen King novel. So, and it's the original with Jack Nicholson, not that remake crap that honestly was crap, alright? Let's just, you know. Anywho, so be expecting my next It episode to be a compare-contrast of the two film versions, and as well as how they call out themes within the novel itself. Alright guys, if you haven't seen It yet, you need to get your butts to the theater. It's fantastic, it's awesome, it's wonderful, and yeah, I have not heard any bad reviews about it yet from my group of friends, from fellow filmmaker people within the filmmaking community, as well as other filmmakers that I don't know, but their opinions I respect. I have not heard anything bad about it so far, and from my personal experience, having just gone and watched it and being very, very hypercritical of horror films, especially current horror films, and especially reboots of cult classics, because, I mean, you know, Stephen King films have a very strong cult following. I will say this film exceeded expectations. I was already expecting a lot because of everything I'd already heard, but the visuals, I loved the visuals. I loved the story. The kids were just awesome. You've got to hand it to child actors, because as an adult, being on set, doing difficult things, you know, in films, or having friends who have had to endure different types of situations in film, you know, these are 12-year-olds, and they were fantastic. My final vote on it is that it is like a million thumbs up. Go see this film. It is so awesome. Go see it again, go see it again and again and again. Totally worth it. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, please like, subscribe, tell me what you thought of the film if you have seen it. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it, then tell me what you think of it. And thank you for watching, because if it weren't for you guys watching, I would just be talking to my computer screen.